What is up, guys? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I want to get into your rooting guide for this week with the New York Jets on the bye. Just because the Jets aren't playing doesn't mean that your fandom goes away for a weekend. You gotta still be in there and rooting for good things to happen to this football team. Last year during the bye, the Jets got a lot of help, and there are a few different ways the Jets could get help this year. So we're gonna go through the different matchups and who you should be rooting for during the bye week to help out the New York Jets. We start with Thursday Night Football. It starts right away. Thursday Night Football. It's the Saints and the Jaguars. Anytime an NFC team is playing an AFC team, you should be rooting for that NFC team to win. Why? In case you don't know, the NFC standings do not matter to the New York Jets making the playoffs. The AFC standings very much so do. And while it's probably a pretty good chance that the Jaguars end up winning that division, so it may not matter in the end anyway, you still want that NFC team to beat the AFC team every time, no matter what. So we are Saints fans on Thursday Night Football. How about Sunday? All right, the Lions and the Ravens. What did we just say? NFC team versus AFC team. Lions is who you are rooting for in that one, and I think you'd have to feel pretty good about the Lions' chances in that game. The Saints against the Jaguars, don't know how much I like the Saints' chances in that game. Going to be a tough one, but the Lions have been steamrolling teams. We are fans of Dan Campbell in this one and the Lions. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier, but it's going to make sense who you're rooting for. It's the Bears and the Raiders. Neither of these teams are any good, but you need the Bears to win, obviously, as I mentioned multiple times already in this video, NFC over AFC. But no Justin Fields. They are in a really bad spot. They are probably going to end up with the number one pick in the NFL. They have a very good chance to end up with the top two picks in the NFL draft. But there was ever a time for the Bears to pull off an upset, this is the week against the Raiders. Although it would be nice if the Bears beat the Raiders, but I don't think anyone should be losing sleep if the Raiders win that game. Okay, Patriots and Bills, divisional matchup. Who should you be rooting for? We hate the Patriots. We got to root for the Bills, right? Wrong. Sorry. Pat's record is 1-5. They are the worst team in the division right now. Even if they win and improve to 2-5, they are behind the Jets, who are sitting at 3-3. The Bills are a team that the Jets are chasing. As much as it may stink to say, oh, I got to root for the Patriots this week, that's what we have to do. We have to be sitting there rooting for the Patriots to pull an upset win over the Bills. I get it. It's not fun rooting for that team, but you are chasing the Bills right now, so you need the team that is below you to come away with the win. All right, Rams and Steelers. Rams, obviously. The Rams would be the NFC team there, beating the AFC team. The Steelers are 3-2 and are going to be very much so in the mix for a playoff spot. If the season ended today, they would be in the playoffs. So this is a team that the Jets are chasing. I don't think it's impossible for the Rams to win. I think the Rams could win this game. They are, slight underdogs here, but I think there's a good chance that they could win this game. Chiefs and Chargers. All right, what about when two AFC teams go up against each other? Well, this one's a little bit more straightforward than some of the other ones. So the Chargers are 2-3. The Chiefs are 5-1. The Chiefs are going to win that division. The Jets are probably going to be fighting for a wild card spot, holding out hope for a division. Obviously, if that's the hope, that's what everyone would like to see. But the Chargers are significantly more likely to be in the AFC mix for a wild card spot. Jets, same boat, although obviously, again, like I said, I want the Jets to win the division, but the Chiefs running away with it and beating up on the Chargers would be nice. The Chargers are 2-3, so them going to 2-4 would be a blessing for this Jets team. Eagles and Dolphins, got to be rooting for the Eagles. Jets just beat the Eagles this past week. Thank you very much. Now turn around, be all upset, and go and lay a beat down on the Miami Dolphins. Should be a really, really good game. That's on Sunday Night Football. I will be tuned into that one. I'm very excited to watch that game. But NFC versus AFC team, you always go for the NFC team. And even more so, the Dolphins are in the Jets division. The Dolphins are the number one spot in the AFC East. Very much so need the Eagles to win this one. The last game that I will talk about is one that I think there's a little nuance to it, but I'll explain why I'm leaning a certain way in this game, and that's between the Browns and the Colts. So the Browns are 3-2, and the Colts are 3-3. The Browns are coming off an upset win over the San Francisco 49ers. They have a stellar defense. Now, looking at these two teams the rest of the way, the Browns' strength of schedule is a 457 win percentage. The Colts is a 429. Even though the Colts have the easier schedule, I think I lean with the Colts because the Browns going to 3-3 pulls them even with the New York Jets instead of them being a full game ahead at 4-2. The Colts at 4-3, yes, they played the extra game and get the extra win, but long term, I don't know how much I trust the Colts this year, as they'll be starting Gardner Minshew for the remainder of the season. Anthony Richardson is out for the remainder of the season, and even though they have an easier schedule, and even though they are in a easier division, so there's a chance that they could stay alive a little bit more, the Colts, I don't trust them long-term as much, and long-term meaning the rest of this season, as much as the Browns. The Browns have their issues on the offensive side of the ball, like the Jets, but they have an elite defense run by Jim Schwartz, so they are going to be in games, and they pulled an upset win over the 49ers, and they're going to be in games. And the Jets also play Cleveland later in the year, so if they have around the same record, that's fine because they have a head-to-head. The Jets don't have a head-to-head with the Colts. So run through these again real quick. Thursday Night Football, Saints and Jaguars. We're on the Saints. Lions and Ravens, Lions. Bears over the Raiders. Patriots over the Bills. Rams over the Steelers. Chiefs over the Chargers. Eagles over the Dolphins. And I say the Colts over the Browns. I think that is the way to go. The Colts winning over the Browns. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in today. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.